everybody. Hello. There's so much to say. Firstly, happy birthday, Black. Congrats on your birthday. I hope you're having a good time, and I hope you've spent a lot of time with your family and friends. And of course, I hope that you all have a good day. And I hope you have a good day tomorrow and tonight, Spacey. You've been working really hard, so I hope you take it easy, and I hope that this stream lets you relax a little bit. There's so much I want to say, as always. So little words. I do have a little bit of a script today, just some bullet points to remind me to focus. I am slowly evolving to be a little bit more structured, but you're still gonna get a lot of scuff and a lot of messy tending. Now, you might have noticed that you don't see me. Oh, is the background music a little bit loud? I'll lower it just a bit. Is that better? Thanks for letting me know about the background. Is that better, or am I still drowning in a sea of music? Oh, I should try and speak louder. Yes, I should try and enunciate words and speak louder and better. Good now, alright. As always, we are off to a really relaxed start. Today is another chill stream. I'm not really doing anything. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff I could do now. Thought about maybe even playing a game on stream tonight, but I think we might just take it really easy and just have a relaxing evening, morning, afternoon, or night for everyone. Oh, Black brought themselves a trucker hat, a wallet, and some stuff from a Japanese thrift store. Oh, is that what is your present to yourself? It's good. I think everyone should always get themselves a little bit of a present during their birthday. Just a little treat. Because nobody else is gonna treat you as good as you should treat yourself. So make sure to treat yourself very well. Some of you might have noticed that you don't see me on screen yet. At least I hope you don't. If you do, then I've set this up really badly. I splurged a bit on post-Christmas sales. Make sure to catch the winter sales that are going on right now, especially if you love games. Steam is this is not sponsored. Steam is still having that winter sale. If there's anything you like to get, you better get it now, because the next one I think is all the way in spring. And if you're wondering what I got Dwarf Fortress. I got Dwarf Fortress, and then I immediately sent my console in to get a repair, my Steam Deck to get a repair. So they told me I would not have it back for 5 weeks. And I guess I'm just gonna spend those 5 weeks making content. Spacey got a new controller, a cat tree, and more cute clothes. Yes, please make sure to put up your cat tree with your cat in the Discord if you're comfortable. We can always get more cute cat pics. We always need more cute cat pics. That's why Black is here as well as our resident cute cat. I broke my Steam Deck and oh no! I hope it's still under warranty. I hope we can send it in for a repair. I won't. If it's too much, I won't ask. Don't worry. No pressure to share. Yes, I need to concentrate. As you all noticed, I'm not on your stream right now. I'm not on your screen. For those of you who aren't just listening to my voice, who are actually looking at the stream. Oh, that's very cute, Black. Black wishes their dog to be happy when they blew the candle, and I'm sure they are. Especially with how much you run, they must be really happy to get out and run with you. Okay, okay. So the reason I'm not on stream for a little bit today is because I had to shift my setup around just a little bit. The previous place that I was in was a little bit dangerous. I'm sure you all could have seen it was really grey. The sky was always really dark over there. It was really hard to set up everything, and you know the reason why there was so much scuff. Here's my canon in-law reason. I mean real life reason why there was so much scuff on the stream all the times. All the times because the location I was in wasn't good. Do you know how hard it is to run electrical wire through the apocalyptic wastelands into the open space location I was in, and get everything set up on what was like a box lid, and make sure that nothing dangerous is around, that you could hear me properly on the microphone, that everything was playing correctly. It's not easy in the post-apocalypse. I wouldn't recommend setting up being a VTuber around here, but I do it because I love it so much. I used to have to run Cat5 cables up a flight of stairs. Was brutal. Yes. So imagine that. Imagine running cables up a staircase, but 5 times longer, and the stairs are 5 times longer and steeper, and there's a chance that dangerous wasteland monsters could come and disrupt you at any second. I should pat you when you're not there. Oh, I'm sorry you don't see me. You will see me in a little bit. Thank you for the pat. You will see me in a little bit. I just want to build it up a little bit more. I'm excited. So finally, after being in my location that I was struggling to set things up, I finally decided to move, and I got a very good tip off on a wonderful location that I could set my stream up at. And this tip off came from the lovely Nekomaru. I'm gonna type their handle, their VGen handle in chat. Yes, the very lovely Nekomaru. Please go check them out on VGen. And they gave me a very good location, and you're gonna see it for the first time ever right now. If I've set it up correctly. Yeah, yes. Hello everybody. It's a bit staticky. It's a bit staticky. Don't worry, let me fix it. Let me fix the camera a little bit and all the cables. Hello. Hello everybody. It's an old TV. Well, welcome to my new streaming location. Where I'm at, where I've set everything up. Do you like it? I hope you like it. Reminds me of my streams. Have you also set up in a strange new location, Black? Yes, this is a lovely location recommended to me again by the lovely Nekomaru. Please go check them out. They're amazing. I couldn't have found this place without their help. And I I don't know what to say. I just want to spend time admiring the location. It's a little bit dark. I'm still playing around with some of the camera settings. Why your eye color changed? No, my eye color hasn't changed. It's always this. It's always been this color. You might be a bit confused because my eye color doesn't stay around. Hi Gooey boy, hello. Yes, we've moved location. Nova, I think you might have some monitor issues. I'm still 10 and I'm still green. I swear, I haven't changed that much. I've just changed location. But yes, I have moved to this lovely new location. I've set up everything here. I might still change some things in future, depending on the lighting and all of that. But I hope you guys like this new location because I'm probably going to be settled here for the long run, and I'm going to be streaming here for the long run. And yeah, again, please go praise Nekomaru. No, you're colorblind. Don't worry, I'm still the same colors. I haven't changed my colors at all. Welcome back, Gooey Boy. It's been so long since we last seen you. I hope your exams have gone well. I hope you guys 2025 has gone well. I hope that it's been good getting to this point. That you've been able to enjoy yourself for as much as you can this year, and especially leading up to 2026. I hope that you guys were able to have a good time, that you were able to do whatever you wanted to do. Thank you for the pat Black. Now you can see it. Now you can see the pat. Last year was interesting to say the least for me. Found the sun again. Tell me all about your interesting 2025s. How did it all go? How did everything happen? How did it happen? And thank you for the train of Pat Black. Because of you, I might have to put a cooldown on that. I love it. Keep it coming. I like getting Pat. Yes, tell me all about your 2025s. Thank you for the Pat Spacey. This is what I get for not putting a cooldown on the Pat. Thank you for the Pat Gooey Boy. No, but I like it. I like it a lot. Thank you for the Pat Nova. We're just gonna spend this whole stream doing pats. Hi, Amoy May. Hello, welcome to the stream. Join the train of pats. I'm not gonna be able to do anything. Everyone's gonna keep patting, which is great. I love it. This is what happens when we get new locations. It's only ever gonna happen once every often in a blue moon. And I get tip-offs from very lovely artistic people about where to find wonderful new locations. And I would try and move it so that you guys can see, you know, you can see everything of where I am at. All the buildings, all the grass. Plus, it's the only one who redeems squats anyway. Yes, I know. I'm waiting for them to make me do squats in the new location. Yes, check out everything. Check out everything that is around me. I've run dry of stardust. You'll get more. Stardust is always falling. That's what's all around me. All these sparkly, lovely things. All stardust falling from the sky, coming down to you. I still hear the notification sound, but I think the pats have run out. Yes. So, speaking of 2025, I still hear the sound. I still hear the sound of the pats happening. I don't see it anymore. Did it break? Firstly, 2025 has been such a wonderful year for me. Of course, the highlight of my year was meeting all of you, starting streaming, setting up the Cosme roaches. Okay, I'm really scared it's broken now because I still hear the sound, but I don't see anything happening. No, stay focused. Focus, Tenny. Yeah. Can you guys hear it too? Can you guys hear the sound of pat still happening? I'm scared. Don't know what's going on. I don't know how to turn it off. And maybe I'll disable it. I'm not sure. Anyhow, 2025. So, a lot to say, a lot to talk about. So much to talk about. Again, the highlight of my year was starting streaming, getting to meet all of you wonderful, lovely, lovely people. And, you know, coming this far in starting out from zero, starting out from scratch, starting out from not knowing the first thing about the VTuber community to being here, having all of you to talk to, having Oshis I admire, knowing some of you out there who are VTubers, which is amazing. And all this while I've also been thinking about, oh, what can I do for the channel? New locations, new badges, new points, new everything. I just want to give you guys everything. And at times I think I get so caught up with trying to do new things, new emotes, new things for the channel, for the stream, that once in a while I need to step back and remind myself that looks and points and all of that, they're great, but I really wouldn't be here without all of you right now. Oh, congrats, Black, on winning 3rd place in a race. Congratulations. You're having an awesome week. It's your birthday, you're winning 3rd place. And this I'd say that the stream is for everybody, but if you like, you can think that this stream is just for you. Don't tell anyone else. Yeah. I wouldn't be here if not for everybody that's in the chat right now, everybody that's in the Discord, everybody that's ever come onto one of my streams and just come to hang out with me, and for some reason watch my content or sub to my red streaming video platform or on Twitch over here. You know, it's I wouldn't I hate that parasocial. Yes, we'll try and keep it not too parasocial, but I really enjoy the fact that all of you are here, and I'm gonna do my best all the way into 2026 and 2027 and 2028 and beyond that. I'm gonna try my best and remain who I am for everybody as much as I can. And I wanted to talk a bit today about how I sort of came to be, you know, the making of 10A in a way. You know, you all have definitely heard about how I started streaming. Some of you have been there since stream number 1. For some crazy reason, you all have been here since stream number 1, all the way here. 10A lore. Yes, a little bit of 10A lore, a lot of reflection. Don't worry. Even if you haven't been here from stream number 1, you've been here for a lot of streams. And even if you haven't and this is your first time, thank you so much for coming here and choosing to spend your precious time with me. I just this side ramble a bit. I actually bought coffee for tonight, because I wanted to stay awake. Maybe it's not a good idea to drink coffee this late at night. As you can see, the sun is starting to set behind me. But if I get too sleepy, I might chug the coffee, and then I'll be awake for the whole night and spend every waking moment with all of you. But right now, I'm full of energy. And I'm ready to talk to all of you. And tell you a little and reflect a bit about how, you know, 10A came to be and how 10A came to be here and everything. So some of you have heard bits and parts of the story before about me wanting to start streaming. It's so much love going on in chat right now for each other. It's amazing. Yes, some of you know the story. We'll get to coffee in a bit. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if my energy level wanes enough that I need to drink coffee. Yes. Some of you might know how I started streaming. I started streaming just because I wanted to show off the things that I did. You know, art, and I was doing a game at some point. Not doing a game anymore because there's so many other things I have to pay attention to. And I was looking at VTubing very coldly, you know. I just wanted to come here and advertise myself and just be kind of like a mascot advertising the things. Pure marketing, pure cold capitalistic marketing. And I thought I would just come out here and draw and talk a bit about what I drew, talk a bit about the games I make, and that would be it. Just a push for all those sorts of things. But it ended up not being that, because coffee doesn't restore energy, keeps you at the same level of energy for extended time. Oh no. Uh, Instead of being this cold, cool, edgy VTuber that was just the face of things like art and my other projects, I ended up really enjoying streaming and really enjoying being here with all of you and talking and chatting. And in a way, who I am today, who Tene is today, comes from a time far, far, far before I ever started streaming. Far, far, far before I ever started thinking about streaming. You know, from the first time I decided to do stuff that I like to do. I was not to get too personal, but to get a little bit personal. And I was really young. I thought that all I had to do was focus on getting a good job, getting enough finances to sustain living, and then who cares about hobbies or doing what you like. First things first is you gotta make a living. You gotta have your life all planned out for you and what you're gonna do and what everything that's gonna be laid out for you. And I thought, oh, I'll be a scientist. They make lots of money, and science seems kind of interesting. I'll pursue that. But science is really hard, and it's really difficult to do something if you don't outright love it. I just winged it, yes. So I just tried to do what I was good at. I tried science. I was decent at it, but I couldn't be decent at it forever because it's really hard to be good at science and physics and math and all of that. So I didn't pursue it very long. And then I discovered things like storybooks and reading and writing. And I did enjoy it to an extent. But the reason I mainly took on things like literature and writing and all of that was because I was good at it. You know, I was getting praise for it. I was getting praise for my writing. I was getting praise for being able to do spelling okay. I was really bad at spelling for a long time. I got praise for the things I wrote. And the things I wrote were mostly things for school or essays and all of that. So I did English for a while. I did writing and English for a while, and I didn't do it because I liked it. I love stories. I love creating stories. But I did it because I thought I was good at it. I thought I could make a whole career out of it, and I thought, okay, I'll make a career out of this and I'll just coast and do well. And I'll be financially stable. I was a really money-minded child. I always thought a lot about, in the future, how am I gonna support myself? How am I gonna make a living? How am I gonna do all these things? So I thought my path was set. Do writing, become a teacher, teach people, and live a comfortable life. And at that point, I still didn't really know what I liked. I didn't really have hobbies. I did draw a little bit then, but I always thought it would be just a silly little hobby that I would never ever do full time or never be professional at. I never even considered doing art school or anything because, the typical mindset of art is a waste of time. If you're only doing it for a hobby, fine. But if you're gonna try and make a living out of it, what are you doing? You can't do that. You have to find a realistic job, a realistic career path to follow, a realistic degree to get. So I didn't draw, I didn't game, I just spent a lot of time studying. And the place I was in wasn't really the best for me as well, because it's one thing to have people around you scold you for pursuing art or being unrealistic or doing your hobbies. That's one standard environment you grow up in. I was lucky not to have that environment, but I did have kind of the opposite environment that wasn't really good for me, because I would study hard and I would be so realistic, and I didn't really go out and I didn't really have. There was one moment that I remember quite clearly. Someone was bragging about me when I was a kid to their friends, and they were saying that, oh, it's thank you for the pat black. They were saying, oh, it's wonderful that they don't have any friends because they just stay at home all the time and study, and they never go out. I never have to worry about them going out or seeing people. And you might think I'm exaggerating. I'm not. They were legitimately saying, I'm really glad that they don't have any friends, and they were bragging about it to the other older people around them. And that really stuck with me, because it felt it felt awful to be praised for something like not having friends or peers. Not having a life outside of studies and doing what's expected of you. And did I change in that moment? No. I still didn't change then. And you know, when everybody was crying at their graduation about missing their classmates and all that, I was crying because I realized sorry. I realized I didn't really make any friends when I was younger. I had people I talked to, I had people that I, were friends with to an extent in school. But I never really had anyone that I was very close to. When I was younger, from the ages 0 to I think 13, I think I only went to a friend's house twice. And one of those times I lied about going to a friend's house so I could go to a friend's house. Because I was taught that it was dangerous to go to other people's houses, and it's probably where I got my paranoia from. It's no good. Stay home, study, be good, and get a lot of praise for studying. You don't get praise for hanging out with friends. You don't get praise for being sociable. You don't get praise for doing stuff that they don't expect you to do. So I would just do what got me praise. I would do what I was good at. And I was really afraid of doing the things that I was bad at, even if I enjoyed it. Because you don't get praise for not being good at something. And that was kind of my life for the first 13 years. For the next further than 13 years, You don't change overnight. You don't discover how to make friends overnight, or how to be sociable, or how to just start doing the things that you like to do. I'm sorry if this stream is starting off on such a downer note. I didn't expect to be so emotional about it. And if any of you, this is important, if any of you feel uncomfortable, or if you're not in the right headspace to listen to Teddy ramble about all of this, then take care of yourself first. I won't blame you if you need to step back or leave the stream and take care of yourself. Hi Zephyrs, Happy New Year. Hello, welcome to the stream. You've caught me at a emotional, vulnerable time. Where I'm just reflecting on everything that's happened. I'm sorry you've come into the stream and it's such a downer stream. Me talking about my life and it's gotten up to at this point. Well, welcome to the stream. We're so happy to have you. Yes. So, very lonely child, typical lonely, studious child. Didn't know what they wanted to do at all. Didn't know who they were at any point. And it continued that way for quite a while, you know? I didn't know how to change. I didn't know if I should change. I thought if I just follow the path that's laid out for me, study hard, get a good job, at some point I'd be happy. I guess you can figure out how that turned out. We get it. Yeah, there's a lot of no civilization, radiation everywhere. This is pre-apocalypse though. I'm talking about how I eventually got to here in the post-apocalypse. But this is all pre-apocalypse. This is 10A lore. So yeah, pre-apocalypse. I didn't know how to change for a very, very long time. I didn't know how to make friends for a very long time. Thank God for the internet. If the internet wasn't around, I think I would be even lonelier. Practice internet safety, everyone. I was around in the wild west of the internet days when everything was unregulated. So I've been to places. Black says I grew in the opposite way when I was really social when I was younger, and that's because the social pressure expects me to make friends. But the more I grow older, the more I realize I want to be alone, not because I hate people, but because I'm happier embracing my solitude. And that's, you know, that's good. It's good to learn more things about yourself, and it's good to be able to be happy when you're on your own. Thank you so much, Cephis. Thank you so much. Oh no, it's not showing me that you subscribed. But I believe you. Thank you so much for subscribing, Zephus. You might be on the, you're on the other platform, I see. Yes, okay, that's not, I'm gonna try not to get too distracted by all you lovely people. Yes, pre-2015 internet was quite a time. I was around back then. If you want to know how old I am, there's a clue. Yes, I was around in the pre-internet days, and it was a wild west. Absolutely nothing was regulated. It's a wonder, and a bit of a dark joke. It's a bit of a wonder that I didn't encounter worse people online. I think I'm quite lucky because nobody was moderating me. Nobody was moderating the internet at that time. So it's amazing that I didn't encounter really bad people online. Everyone I met was relatively okay. You know, the usual, some sketchy-ish folks, but nothing happened to 10A. I'm good. Yes, thank you, Black. It wasn't really me trying to make up for social interaction. You know, for... Oh no, Moi Moi has a story about something going on. For me, it was Ziffis says I use the internet a bit, but I didn't use the internet a lot around 2020, around the pandemic, so my social skills actually got better. That's good. Now my social skills pre-pandemic, pre-everything, got worse. Got worse and worse and worse throughout the years because I didn't really interact with people, except once in a while through the internet. I was on those role-playing forums. I love writing role-play stuff. That was actually how I met my best friend, and they've been my best friend up to this day. I love them a lot. Without them, I'm just gonna be trigger warning for slightly dark topic. Why Tenny looks like they're gonna cry. Without my best friend, I probably wouldn't be around. And they really pulled me through a lot of things. And because of them and just feeling boxed in all the time, I started learning how to, do a bit more drawing. I still took it only as a hobby. Joined a bit of clubs, they were alright. And everything was going as expected at that point. Studying, doing work, going to live a normal, laid out life. And then the pandemic hit. Then the first wave of 2019 COVID hit. And I really didn't care. Because yes, the world was going through a crisis. Everybody was locked up, nobody could socialize, but it wasn't any different for me, was it? Oh, the post-apocalyptic reminds you of Mystery Science Theater 3000. Thank you. This lovely location was brought to you by Nekomaru on VGen. Please go check them out. I will keep advertising for them because it's the first time we're showing off this location today. Thank you for the pat pat. Yes, 2019 hit. And nothing was different for me because I already didn't interact with a lot of people. I did go for studies. So when 2019 hit and they said, okay, everybody's gonna study at home, well, there was nothing different for me because I didn't go to school for the fun stuff over there. I went there to study. And I forced myself to join a drawing club, but it didn't really feel like anything. I just came there. Some of the lessons were fun, but it was just a hobby, and I tried to avoid connecting with it as much. I dreamt of doing things like comics and stuff, but to me, it was never good enough to put out anything. It was never a worthy path to follow because why are you doing things like comics and artwork when you should be studying and doing everything to follow the path that you have already carved out for yourself? The one thing thank you, Black. The one thing that finally made a difference was when I got bored because I'd studied all the material ahead of time. I was really nerdy. I had nothing more to study. I didn't really like studying, so I didn't want to do more. And I thought, for the first time, why don't I treat myself to something? I had saved up a decent amount of money for a student at that point, nothing fancy. And I decided I'm gonna buy a Switch. I'm gonna buy a Switch. It's gonna be my first ever gaming console. If you don't count the very old Xbox that was in my house that I didn't really touch. And it was more than just buying a gaming console, because that was the first time I ever did anything big for myself. I mean, I bought pencils to draw. I bought erasers, and that was the extent, right? That was the extent of treating myself. Was you buy a new pencil, you buy a new pen. Maybe once in a while you get a notebook or a sketchbook, one of those cheap ones, and that was it. That was good enough. Spending something on something as big as a Switch, as games that they're not gonna do anything. What's your favorite Switch game? My favorite Switch game. I feel like I have to choose the ones that aren't on Steam or else it'd be cheating because they can be played on both. I think my favorite Switch game was. It wasn't the first one, and I'll get to why in a second. Oh, it's hard to say exclusively on Switch. I guess Zelda Breath of the Wild is a cop-out answer. That's a lot of people's favorite games. Animal Crossing wasn't bad. I didn't play it very long. But I love Breath of the Wild. I think that was it for my top favorite games. Cause the rest of the games, I got stuff that could also be on Steam, so I won't count those. But yes, I got a Switch. It's the first ever gift to myself. The first ever big useless thing I got. Just to treat myself. I thought, why not try out this whole gaming thing? This whole strange gaming stuff. Because I had watched a lot of people playing games before. But for some reason, I never ever thought that I could play games. It's really weird. I watch people game, I listen to people talk about gaming, but I had never ever actually played a proper game until that point. Unless you count those really old Flash games on Congregate or Y8 or once in a while Newgrounds. I never owned a proper game. I didn't even have a Steam library at that point, and I was at the point where a lot of people were already tons and tons of games in their libraries. Gamers for however many years. And it was really fun playing games. And for the first time, I just did something and I had fun with it. And I started slowly getting more games. And I have to tell you all though, the first game I ever got on Switch was it was called Bloodstained, and it's not a very good game. It looks pretty. I know it has its fans, but it really wasn't a good game to get as my first ever game on Switch. But it will always hold a nostalgic place in my heart, because without that game, I would never have gotten a Switch, and I've never discovered that I like gaming, and I would never have realized that, hey, I could make games. And if I hadn't realized that, I would never have joined my school's gaming club. And I would never have gotten an internship to do a small game that never ever came out. It fell through. I would never have gone to school to do a gaming course. And you know what? I would never have started being a game master for D&D, because because I would have never met any of all the people that I've met who got me into D&D. They were from the gaming community. I played a few games with them, and when I got to a gaming course, I wanted to do D&D, but nobody else had played it before. So I thought, okay, I'll be the dungeon master this time. How hard can it be? Spoiler, it's very, very hard when you're doing it for the first time ever. So because of gaming, I got into D&D. I got to doing dungeon mastering and creating things, and at first it didn't really go anywhere, you know. We had a few sessions, and it kind of fizzled out because I was still really inexperienced and everyone was busy, nobody had time. But I really loved it. I really enjoyed it, and at that point, I kind of was starting to know who Tene was. I knew Tene loved games. I knew Tene liked play D&D. I knew Tene was Tene. And I was still really afraid because I wasn't sure if it was a good path to go down. I wasn't sure if I was doing the right thing, doing things like game design and pursuing game making. I started out really late, so a bunch of the stuff I do is really simplistic, and I was worried that I wouldn't be able to make a living out of it. Still really concerned with being able to make a living out of it. Thank you for the pat Spacey. And then I worked a few part-time jobs for a little bit. I won't spoil what it is because it's a really, really specific kind of job. And knowing how smart all of you are, you could probably figure out where I am, where I was if you knew what kind of job I did. It was something to do with a bit of game design and a bit of entertainment sort of thing. I did that for a while. I taught for a while. I taught English for a while. Hello, Nabe. Thank you for the pat. And I kind of just cruised and coasted and waited for an opportunity when game design would happen. And while that was going on, firstly, I was still quite tired. I still didn't really know how to make friends. I had started to make a few friends. Sorry, Ziphus, it's only for the Twitch. Only the Twitch has the pat. I'm sorry. I was starting to make a few friends that I could talk to, some close people, and it was just a waiting game, until finally I got my first job, first job at a game place, a game studio. I feel I've said too much, and that was amazing. Because, you know, it'd been my dream for the longest time to get into the games industry. And here it was finally. And at the same time, I also got to do more D&D. I got to be a player in the D&D place. And it was really amazing because I met serious D&D players for the first time ever. We're still playing our campaign to this day. We're a bit on a break because our dungeon master fell a bit sick for a while, but he's back. Oh, bye Ziphus, see you in a bit. And life was alright. I still hadn't come out of my shell fully yet, but I was going along nicely. I was learning to sew and make plushies and dress up here and there, and it was kind of like slowly discovering who you are, coming out of your shell, but you're not fully out yet. You're just pecking away at the different bits of shell around you, and every time a little bit falls off, you see a little bit more light, and you see a little bit more of yourself under the light, and you realize a little bit more about who you are in life, but you're not fully out yet. And so after getting my game job, I just enjoyed it for a bit. I started doing D&D professionally as a professional DM. Only around the last year or so, I've started to be a professional DM, and honestly, that's one of my proudest accomplishments, because people pay me to tell them stories. People pay me to give them an amazing time pretending to be amazing characters and having epic adventures in a fantasy world and roll a bunch of dice, and that is just the best thing ever. And it's still really fresh. I'm still really new to it. But I just love being a dungeon master, being a game master, and I can't wait to do even more D&D in the next year. And this is hard to say. I'm good at it. I'm good at being a dungeon master. And you know, a lot of people, they don't want to say, oh yes, I'm good at this, because it feels narcissistic. It feels like you're bragging. But I say this in the most sincere way. I see my players being happy and laughing and having fun, and I think, wow, I did all that. I was able to make them have those feelings of happiness, and I felt really good about it. the fact that they really enjoyed what I do. And D&D let me meet a lot of new people, other dungeon masters, other game masters who have this whole dream about being able to do D&D as much as possible. And my gaming job was... it wasn't going as well, because I realized that the position I was in wasn't the best suited position that I could be in. I wasn't creating... don't get me wrong, everyone is super nice. Everyone is amazing. The work is... thank you for following, Alec. The work is fun to an extent. Okay, fun's not the right word. It's doable. I can do the work. I can make a living off there. I could make a stable living off there. I could work there for years and years and be able to earn a decent living. And I thought, okay, this is it, right? I've got D&D on the side. I'm happy doing that. And I have this stable-ish job. I might not have the most fun there. I might not be the greatest at it, or I might not be creating as much as I want to, but it's a stable life. I can just live it this way, right? And once in a while I'll sew a little bit, I'll draw a little bit. That should be enough, right? But you know what? It wasn't. It wasn't enough. I wanted more. I'm greedy. I'm a very greedy person. I wanted to create more and to do more and to see more. And things like drawing and plush making and dress up, those are all well and good, but I didn't have a lot of time for those. And then the most terrible thing happened. I started VTubing. Okay, it's not terrible. It's terrible because it made me rethink my whole life completely. And I started doing it because I saw one of my friends doing it. And I thought, why don't I give this a try? And just push my stuff out there. Hello Alec, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for following. I hope you don't mind. You've come at a very storied time where I'm just giving away my whole life story for free on the internet. Welcome to the post-apocalypse. Welcome to the bunker. This is where we just relax in the aftermath of the post-apocalypse. Nice mask you have on. Yes, thank you very much. I like my mask, mainly because it makes it so it's easier to breathe in this dusty place. I'm sure you can see all of the dust particles around me. And so I discovered VTubing, right? And I thought, alright, I'm tired of where I am. I'm tired of living this very stable life in this very stable place where I know I can survive, but I don't know if I can live. So, your greedy little penny built a rocket ship and flew up into the sky, and eventually I crash landed here in this post-apocalyptic world where you still have to survive, and it's not easy to survive. But I've got to meet a lot of wonderful people, and I got to draw for a lot of wonderful people. I got to play even more D&D for everyone here in the post-apocalypse because, surprise, surprise, there's not a lot of dungeon masters around here. And most importantly, I got to stream more and come onto here and talk to all of you and have a really good time just spending time with everybody and making content and seeing people enjoy content. And it's a bit like D&D, where I get so happy seeing people be happy as a result of the things that I do. Now, I'm not good. I'm not very, very good at being a streamer and being a VTuber. I'm nowhere near as good being a streamer and VTuber as I am being a dungeon master. But I like it. And it's not the easiest thing to do. It's not the easiest thing to pursue. Nobody is praising me for being a VTuber outside of all you lovely people, of course. But I don't care. I like it. I want to do it. I want to do it a whole lot more in the new year. I want to improve. I want to figure out a bunch of stuff. I want to spend a whole heck of a lot more time with everybody here and meet new people, like, of course, Alec. And hello, nice to meet you. Thank you for thinking that I look like Kakashi from Naruto. You know, he was one of my favorite characters in Naruto. I didn't follow Naruto for very long, but I enjoyed his character. You wear gloves? Yes, I am wearing gloves. And if I could float out right now, I would show you I'm wearing gloves. Fingerless gloves. Yes, I'm very... You have to be well protected in the post-apocalypse. You can't just go around touching stuff willy-nilly. You have to wear gloves, you have to have proper protection, and make sure you have your mask on at all times so you don't breathe in all the dust. And yeah, it's difficult surviving in a post-apocalypse. There's a lot of days that are hard. A lot of days you have to work extra hard. But who cares, right? Because I have all of you. And most importantly, I have me. Because I finally know who I am. I am 10-8. I live in the post-apocalypse, and I love telling stories, and I love streaming, and unfortunately I don't have full finger gloves. I only have fingerless gloves. That's a bit of an oversight, but it's really hard to draw and craft with full finger gloves. So I have to have my fingers out so I can draw and craft and make a bunch of stuff. Sorry to disappoint about the glove situation. I have shoes that glow in the dark though. They don't glow on camera, but I assure you they glow in the dark in my mind. And I can't wait for the rest of this year to happen. Because it's gonna continue to be tough. I've got no delusions about that. I'm still gonna have to work really hard. I left a place where I could survive and be stable for an adventure of a lifetime. And I'm gonna keep going on that adventure. There's gonna be more D&D. We're having D&D tomorrow. Have I planned anything? No. Which is exactly what a dungeon master does. They don't plan anything until the last minute. Which I'm gonna do after the stream. We have more D&D with you, more D&D with a bunch of friends, more D&D just in general in my whole life. I'm gonna have more art, more drawing. I'm finally gonna move on from drawing just me. I'm gonna draw more stuff for chat. I'm gonna draw more different things. Maybe I might do some fan arts for some VTuber Oshis out there. I don't know, maybe some fan arts for TV shows. I don't really do fan art, but I don't mind to try it. Will there be fingered gloves in my future with rubber grip pads on the palm? Maybe. Maybe. But I do enjoy being able to feel like the cloth and stuff of what I'm crafting. So I can't promise on gloves. There's gonna be more streams, of course. more me just talking nonsense at all of you and learning about what you do and figuring out how to be a good orator, how to talk about stuff. And what else was so many new things. More, oh yes, more plushies, more crafting. Some of you might have seen on the Little Blue Bird platform the beginnings of my first ever Vtuber plush. Not mine, of course. I'm not that narcissistic. But of one of the people I greatly admire in space. I'm working on that. And just more of everything else. You know, more of what I can give you. More stories, more doing things because I like to do things and not doubting myself and all of that. Wizards has not been really kind to D&D. But you know, the amazing thing about D&D is that it doesn't need wizards to survive. It needs creative people like everybody out there, both players and dungeon masters. I believe D&D will survive. And as long as it does, I will survive in the post-apocalypse. And I will keep doing right by it and making sure it's still a fun game that everyone can play and enjoy and have an epic adventure on, because that's what matters the most. That you feel comfortable and that you have a fun time playing D&D over here with me. And I am still not fully out of my shell. I've changed a lot, granted, yes. But 10A still isn't fully formed yet, you know? I know I'm 10A. But 10A is still growing and changing and figuring out stuff about 10A. And sometimes I'll have doubts and paranoia and I'll be sad and I'll think, oh, this is a waste of time and I should just stop. And I will learn to ignore those thoughts over time. I'll still have them. They won't go away. That's just how the mind works. But I'll do better. And I have all of you here to remind me that I don't need to listen to those thoughts. I can just keep going and enjoying being myself and having fun, having a whole lot of fun over here. And living and surviving on my efforts and fun. You know, I haven't completely shaken the whole money-minded nature. I'm still gonna try and survive, still gotta find ways to eat and live and all of that. But I'm not gonna take for granted the things that I love doing and enjoy doing. Then it got me contemplating me in the showers. I'm sorry. I don't want to force anyone into reflection. You know, you don't need to think too hard about yourself. I don't think so though, because Alex saying that a campaign where you're a barista at a coffee shop, I don't think that's necessarily boring. It could be. You're right that it could be boring. It's a campaign that might be difficult to make exciting. But it could actually be quite fun. Think of all the cozy games out there. Why do people play cozy games? Because there's a connection. You could make it a really fun campaign. Now, I haven't read this campaign. It could actually be a very boring campaign. So it's up to the DM to make it super, super fun and exciting. Sorry, you're gonna get me ranting about D&D because this reminds me of Dragons of Stormwreck Isle, which is a beginner campaign, and it sounds exciting and there are some exciting things in there, but if you actually read the module, it's a very boring campaign because there's actually not a lot of depth to the world. But it's amazing when you have boring campaigns, because then you can take as many creative liberties as you like and make it exciting. And I'll just let you know, somebody did run a coffee shop campaign for me. It was of their own making, and it was actually really exciting because we got. Oh, but that's the amazing thing. You can make it exciting in a game world, Alec. you can make it amazing in the game world. We got to serve a time-bending space creature, and we had to figure out how to not accidentally poison the local population. You know, you can make anything exciting. A DM can make anything exciting. And you know, some people do enjoy so-called the life simulator, simulating a job, quote unquote. I get where you're coming from though. If you don't make it exciting, it's never gonna be exciting. If they just ask you to sit there and serve coffee for 12 hours, then you're not gonna have a good time. But I think you could definitely make something like that feel a lot more exciting, a lot more fulfilling. Because D&D is all about the connections you make, you know? And you know what? Completely fine if you think that you want more fantasy or high adventure. There's a table for every player. Some people just want high fantasy and combat and just amazing epic things happening at every moment. And other people want more quiet, simple role playing. And that's completely fine. Table for every player. Find the one that suits you and have fun with it. I'm sorry, you got me on a D&D rant. I love D&D so much. One of these days I will have a whole stream where I just talk about my first few experiences with D&D and what it was like and coming into the world. But that's not the stream. This is not the stream for D&D. This is just a stream to reflect on the past few years and how I came to be, and talk about all the exciting stuff that's gonna happen in 2026. We made it to 2026, everybody. You should be super, super proud that we got this far. And we're gonna continue getting really, really far. I think you would really enjoy things like TOA, Alec. I think you sound like a very, it would be maybe a very good combat or dungeon crawling player. You should definitely find campaigns that fit your style. 10A26. 10A for 2026 president. No, it's too much responsibility. Yes, 2026 is gonna be the year. You know what? I'm gonna embrace wanting more, being a little bit greedy. I wanna be big in 2026. I wanna stream more, I wanna reach new people. I wanna build. We already have the best community. Gee, I'm gonna hug Cosme Roach for this. Well, we already have the best community out there that there is to have. Our amazing Cosme Roaches here in the bunker. And oh, Alec, by the way, if you wanna kill monsters, you should definitely join tomorrow's D&D stream. I still haven't planned it out properly, but we're gonna have a heck of a fun time. It's not being greedy, it's being hungry for success. Yes, that's the business way to rephrase it. I've given up all pretense of pretending that I don't wanna be successful. I do want to be successful. I want to grow our community to be even bigger and better, happy space for people to come and relax and build connections. I mean, a bunch of you have already built connections here in chat, and it's great. It's amazing. It's fun watching all of you talk to one another and, you know, have an impact on each other's life. And I want to reach out to more people. I want to do more things. Box Boy Nova's having a difficult time with his colors. The color resolution. Success comes in many ways. Yep, that's true. That's true. I do have those fantasies though about one day being, you know, being able to make a living off this, or I'm really frightened of people who know me finding out about this. But it would feel less scary if I was successful at it and then they found out about it, because at least they can say, oh wow, Teddy is doing a really good job over there. You can suffer from success. Yes, that's definitely true. I'm gonna try my best never to let anything go to my head. I'm gonna try my best to keep my egos in check. And of course, not stir drama, anti-drama, no drama here whatsoever, ever at all. But I wanna be, I wanna be a successful VTuber. I wanna, I am the ego. Oh, I'm gonna share with you, chat. The one thing that I really, really wanna have as the ultimate narcissistic VTuber, I wanna have my own figurine or plushie, either or. I wanna, I wanna be able to see myself in a store or something. It's just a figurine or plushie of me that I can just stare at and get all giddy about and admire and think, oh my god, that's real, it's me. And I'll be honest, if I could have a figurine, even if it didn't sell well, I think that'd be an accomplishment. I'll ask my friend to make one. You don't have to do that. I wanna have that one day though. I think it'd be so cool. It'd be so amazing just to have a figurine or a plushie of me out there. And maybe that's why I make plushies. One day I wanna have somebody make one of me and have it be officially sold in a store somewhere. That's the dream. That's my goal. I'm gonna get big enough to get a plushie, or big enough to have Cosme Roach come into the world. Just look at how cute Cosme Roach is. Cosme Roach needs to come to life one day, and Cosme Roach needs to invade everybody's houses like the actual roach that Cosme Roach is. Oh, it'd be so cool though. Imagine the antennas actually lighting up. It'd probably be really expensive. But I want that. I want that one day. I think it'd just be so fun. So that's my big VTuber goal, is to one day have merch. That's the typical VTuber goal, is to just one day have merch. Alex says, I don't play TPT RPGs because of how toxic community's gotten. I don't want to play people who would want me ban. Yeah, you need to find the right table. Just tennis it, find the right table for yourself. Hi, Screen Hermit! Welcome to the stream. Hello. I'm just chatting today. Don't worry, Alex. I'll have a D&D stream soon where I just talk all about D&D. Make sure to come around then. I'm sure you'll enjoy hearing my experiences with D&D. I've been really lucky. I haven't come across any toxic players or toxic DMs. I had a few sketchy encounters here and there, but nothing serious. I'll talk about it someday in a whole stream. Feels like you haven't seen me since last year. I know, I haven't seen all of you since last year. It's been ever since last year I haven't gotten to talk to any of you. We've just been talking and chilling and chatting, and I've been revealing that my VTuber goal is to one day have a plushie of either me or Cosme Roach, or a figurine. A figurine would be really, really cool. But that's far off. I think a figurine would take a long time to come through. So I'm gonna wait on that. 10 the franchise, 7 movies. Seven movies, and the last movie is split into 2 parts. Wait, was it 7 with the 2 parts? Yes. Was it 7, the last 2 parts of Harry Potter? I don't remember. 7 movies, 6 books. Oh, the music stopped. Hang on, let me get it back. Oh no, it's just set to ambience now. You can just hear the ambience of the of the apocalypse behind me. Thank you for the Pat Black. 5 season series. Yes, 5 season series, 8 movies, 7 books, a whole TV show that they reboot after the movies come out, and then a sequel to the movies that doesn't do as well in because it was not written by me. And then a whole animated cartoon, and then I don't know, Critical Role will invite me on to guest star. Oh, and then I'll voice a random character in an obscure animated film that nobody watches. And no, I don't know what else do VTubers get besides merch. Sponsorships, I guess. I don't know if that will ever happen. It'd be kind of cool if it happens. I always thought about if I was big enough to get sponsorships, what would I do? And I realized it'd be really stressful because so many people stumble into bad sponsorships, right? They give, sometimes just by lack of research, they get sponsored by somebody who's not very good. Oh, isn't very good to advertise to people. You gotta do your research when getting sponsorships. I say as somebody who has never gotten a sponsorship in their life. If not Critical Role, then Dimension 30. Yes. I wanna meet Brennan Lee Mulligan. For those of you who don't know, he's a really, really good DM. I don't watch much of his stuff because I don't have a subscription to drop out. But one day, I've not heard of Stinky Dragon Pod, but they sound fun. Goblin Pit. I think I've seen a bit of Goblin Pit. I really should listen to more D&D podcasts. I can't listen to them as podcasts because I want to concentrate in on what they're saying. And when I concentrate in on what they're saying, I don't get any other work done. So I tend not to listen to too many D&D podcasts. I just catch the funny bits and the funny moments and the clips. It'd be super cool to be invited to a D&D podcast or D&D what do you call it? Video people one day. Oh yes, I've seen them then. I've seen the felt puppets. They're really funny. I was just making up a name for company. You've seen them. Is it not them? Am I thinking of somebody else? Goblin Pit. It sounds for real though. It sounds like something I've seen. Maybe I'm mixing it up with it's the one that does all the animated shots. D&D is Dungeons and Dragons. It's a really nerdy, really wonderful role-playing game that I absolutely love. Can't wait to try and do it for all of you tomorrow. Fair warning, it's probably not going to be very coherent because I have no idea what I'm doing. But I'm going to make you believe like I know what I'm doing. Yes, it'd be so amazing to be invited onto a D&D podcast. Or, you know what? Start our own D&D podcast. I would love to DM for VTubers. I would love to make an exciting adventure for VTubers and just see what happens. I've heard it's a very popular game in the army. I've met a lot of people who were in the army that did do D&D in their downtime because it's easy to do, right? You don't need a lot of things. Sometimes you don't even need dice. You just have to go and, you know, use your imagination and play it out. It's a really good game for if you don't have much else around you. I think I'm thinking of Legends of Evandris, the GOP animated shots. They have a goblin there, which is maybe why I was thinking Goblin Pit was that. I can't remember any of the character names at this point. Yes, D&D podcast. Thank you, Alec, for the suggestion. There's a small campaign called Pit of Goblin. I like how it's just goblin singular. It's just one pit. There's one goblin inside. He's really lonely. Please get him out of the pit. The singular goblin that lives inside the pit. That answers your questions. Or maybe that's me. I'm the goblin in the pit. I need somebody to get me out. Bitsy. Yeah, Bitsy's so fun. I need somebody to get me out of the pit. I'm your goblin dungeon master in the post-apocalypse. Yes, this is gonna be the year of D&D. There's gonna be so much D&D. I'm gonna be so unprepared for it. But I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try and make tomorrow really fun. We're gonna see how far we can get. I'm gonna make it really simple. It's not gonna be too difficult. It's not gonna be like real D&D because it's just not enough time or, you know, setup to be able to do a proper D&D stream with chat. You would have to pick out individual players. It's just too difficult to do proper as a collective. Tallback and Chuckle, they're really funny. Go and check. For those of you who haven't seen who don't play D&D, check out the D&D animated shorts online. Legends of Avantris is one of the really fun ones. I'm gonna commit various war crimes. I know you're quoting from them, but I also feel that this. Oh, chat is gonna be such a mess tomorrow. I look forward to it so much. We want it in every country. Joke's on you, we'll be set in space. Maybe. I'm not sure yet. I'm still planning out some stuff. I might take a bit from Doug Doug, who has played D&D on stream before. I'll think about what I'm gonna do for tomorrow. And I'm gonna have more free time this year. Gonna have more free time to stream for all of you and do a whole bunch of stuff for all of you. Make VTuber plushies and do art and you know, all the things that Tenny does. And of course, play some games. Some of you heard in the beginning, my Steam Deck is unfortunately in repair. When I gave it to them, wait, you do art? Oh, it's a surprise. I do art, Herman. Good night, Spacey. Good night. Have a good rest. You worked hard. Congrats on making it to 2026. Get some good rest. If anybody does need to sleep, please go and sleep. Don't stay on my behalf. Go and sleep. Go and sleep, you cosmic roaches. It's dangerous not to sleep at night. Unless you're patrolling tonight, that's fine. Patrol the bunkers and keep all of us safe. Thank you for the pat black. I can't sleep while Tenny streams. You can! You can sleep while I stream. I'm not that boring where everybody is falling asleep while I'm talking, am I? Yes. It's gonna be the year of D&D, and year of Tenny, and year of plushies, and one day I will have my own plush. That will be my long-term goal. You should play a game. Yes, don't worry. When I do streaming, I will do it on PC. Roach the plush. One day it will. One day it will. No, I'm not flushed. I don't have a fever. I don't have a fever. I'm just really happy. All the blood's rushing. I'm really happy to be talking to everybody. That's why I'm red. Give Cosmic Roach a piece. 1-to-1 scale of Cosmic Roach is this big. You can see how big Cosmic Roach is. See? I don't know if Cosmic Roach should eventually become the sub badges. I wanna do the. I'm not really sure how the badges works. I just kind of know that they give them out to people who sub a long time. I'm trying to figure out what they should be. If they should be stars or paintbrushes or Cosmic Roach. I'm not sure. I'm still figuring it out, but you know what? We'll figure it out together. And isn't it? It's amazing that I get to grow and make stuff with all of you, watching my every move. Cosmic Raptor. Ugh. Luckily they aren't here in the apocalypse. I don't think I would survive if a Cosmic Raptor came around. Oh, that's a good jump scare though. Maybe one day it'll happen and you all won't see it coming. It'll just pop up and scare. Oh, but I don't want to give anyone a heart attack. There'll be a warning beforehand, but you won't know what the warning does. I think as a console, the Steam Deck is good. I love my Steam Deck. I love my Switch. Unfortunately, it did break. I decided not to repair it because I switched over to the Steam Deck. But the Switch still has a lot of good memories for me. It's my first ever console and official game. But yes, I've been thinking about playing Bookworm Adventure on the stream. And you guys can figure out words with me together. I've also thought about Elden Ring, but I need to see if my PC can run. Oh no, don't start the console wars in chat. We accept and love all consoles here. We accept and love every console here. Nobody is discriminated against. Please don't start a console war in chat. Yeah, I want to do Elden Ring, but I think I might have to clear a bunch of stuff from my PC. I don't know if it can run. There's too many drawings on here. Thank you, Black. No, don't start a console war. I am interested in getting a Switch too. I'm not interested in getting it at the price it's at. But I would be interested in getting a Switch too, just because I think I could lend it out to some of the people around me, and I think they would enjoy having the Switch too. But it would still be mine, so I could take it back anytime I wanted. If Elden Ring doesn't work, Dark Souls 3 is a great follow-up. Is it not too heavy on the PC? I already have stuff like I need to sort out a bunch of storage. There's too much art on this computer, so I fill it up really fast with art and all my programs. Feel old. Mr. DS and 3DS. I feel so sad that I never got to try the DS and the 3DS, cause I think that was around when I was younger, but I wasn't into gaming. By the time I was into gaming, the latest console for me was the Nintendo Switch latest version. So I got into it really, really late, unfortunately. And because of that, I don't have any nostalgia for the older games, which is sad. I would love to have some nostalgia for old games, but I don't. Don't worry, Black. We'll make you play video game. Wait, that's a lie. I've seen you play Project Zomboid. Black's a liar. Everybody call Black a liar in chat. They've played video games. I've seen them. Black is a liar. Oh, Moime, you're my witness. Black's a liar. They've played video games before. How dare they? Oh, Nabe also plays a lot of video games. You should watch his streams. His pants are of fire. Exactly. You better run far, Black. We're coming after you with tortures. Because if you're not gonna set your pants on fire, we will set your pants on fire for you. You guys are so funny. Yeah, but you do play. That counts. You're a gamer now. The moment you even touch a video game, you become a video gamer. See, Moime is exposing you, and Moime is exposing you for the filthy gamer you are. This is a chat where only truth reigns. Don't you dare lie over here. You will get exposed really, really well. My chat is all great detectives. They cause me roaches. They scurry into every little crevasse and gap in the wall to find the truth. I think you can still have an opinion even if you don't play video games. That's the great thing about opinions. They just, you can have them. And you can recognize that you're not an expert at something, but you can still have a feeling about something. Oh no! I've started another war in chat. If it's not the console wars, it's the friendship wars. Don't bring League here, the saltiest video game alive. I don't even play League, and I already know that it's full of salt. Just got to keep him accountable. Yes. Oh, I'm gonna try so many games with everybody. I need to clear my PC. There's a lot on this. It's an old monitor I found in the post-apocalypse, so I gotta clean it up properly. Yeah, please check out Black whenever he's doing his games on his channel. Silk Song! There's a big one. I confess, I've never even played the original Hollow Knight. I tend to prefer roguelikes because I love playing games that are endlessly replayable. But I don't mind to try Silk Song, honestly. It's getting a free DLC. Oh yes, I've heard. So I might. I won't be very good at it. I'm not a keyboard player by trade. I usually use a controller, but I will try my best to learn it. I wanted to do Divinity, but I decided to hold off because of their whole AI stance, which I don't agree with. I'm just gonna see how it plays out. I'm gonna do Bookworm, and you know what? If chat really wants it, sure, I'll do Hollow Knight. And I'll mostly do games. I'm supposed to do games every Friday. It is just a chatting stream to be chill, but I will try and do games every Friday. It's gonna be really slow because I'm not a gaming VTuber, unfortunately. I do more art and plushies and stuff. But I like playing games, so I'll play some games on stream for everybody. I have to get Hollow Knight though. I should get it before the winter sale is up, or else it's gonna be more expensive. What are your plans for 2026? I've been going on and on. Gartic Phone. Yes, I should do some community games, right, with everybody. I'm not very good at Gartic Phone. I'm a really slow artist. Bookworm helped me have a perfect score in English back in elementary. I'm gonna expose how bad my spelling really is with Bookworm. Streaming more, making more content, hanging out with friends. Yes, I'm gonna do all of that. And one day I will have a plushie. That's my goal. One day I'll have a plushie. You know what? I'm gonna set a smaller goal. One day, before the plushie stuff, I wanna collab with people. Of course, I always wanna collab with my Oshis. But I just wanna collab with people. It says you're holding a plush. This is Cosme Roach. Cosme Roach wasn't made by mortal hands. Cosme Roach descended down from the love of chat and formed into the wonderful plush that you see here today. That I get to hug and snuggle with. I'm talking about a plushie made by the hands of mortal kind, forged by the thread of sheep. No, stitched together with the threads of sheep, forged by the material of mankind, and beaded together by the most skilled of mortal hands. That's the kind of plushie I want one day. Or if I do sell plushies, I guess they'll all be machine made, right? There's no way I can make it handmade. One day, one at a time, one fantasy at a time. First off, let me do collabs. let me figure out how to talk to people on stream and not scare them off or be super annoying. I do dream of one day being able to collab with the people I admire, my Oshis. I'm sure all of those who are streamers here, you also have like somebody you want to collab with someday. But I am super afraid that not that if I meet them they'll turn out to be terrible people. I think I have pretty good judgment. I think they'll be alright. What I worry about is them meeting me and figuring out what I'm like. And either thinking I'm annoying, which I am, or not a very good conversationalist, which I am not. So yeah, I have to get better first at doing VTubing in general before I can one day hopefully even utter a word to the people I admire. Very luckily, a few streamers that are in chat over here, I got to know you guys as people before I realized I admire you as streamers. So you're all very admirable, but luckily I did the other way around. I'm more scared by you, you're my own. No, I'm not scary, I promise. I'm just very, very messed up. It's very, very strange. Annoying. Then 10A is never scary. No, I can be scary. I'm a ghost. Do you not see? I'm dressed as a ghost. I'm dressed as a ghost today, so some parts of me. Thank you for the pat. Some parts of me are at least a little bit scary. I've been dreaming a bit recently also of like one day, not anytime soon, because I'm not in the position. Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you for the hydrate, other you. I will drink. I do be constant. I'm not a witch. I don't melt. I just get holy water. Joke's on you. There's no holy water in the post-apocalypse. I will drink though. Thank you for reminding me to drink the holy water. What was I saying? Oh yes. I've been having the fantasy of like, oh, it'd be amazing to one day do. Thank you for the hydrate, Hermit. I'll drink more water in a bit. Okay, do it one more time. Do it one more time and I'll make sure it works. Do it, spray me. Hydrate 10A. And 10A. Ah! No! I'm melting. Wait, let me. I've lost my mouse. Oh, I forgot to click it. It wasn't offline. I'm melting. I'm gone. You did it. You melted 10. I was hydrated to death. It's okay. It's okay. I'm back. I'm back like the ending of Wicked. Oh no, not again. Oh no. I feel myself. Oh, goodbye everyone. What if I just left the stream right now? I just leave you all in silence for the next half an hour because you melted me. Keep the guys down. I can't hug all of you unless I'm a ghost. I can't do it. I can't hug all of you unless I'm a ghost. It's just the rules of this world. I forgot what I was saying at all. Oh yes. One day. 15k points. Oh no. One day. Debut 2.0? I've seen a lot of VTubers do it. I think it'd be fun, but it's not gonna happen anytime soon. Because I love this model. I love this dress. I love this outfit. I love being as I am today. And new models are expensive. New outfits in the post-apocalypse are hard to come by. It's not that easy, and to craft it even harder. So no 2.0 for a very, very long time. But I can fantasize that one day it'll be worth getting a 2.0. Thank you for the pat black. Do you guys have that? Those VTubers and even those who are non-VTubers, do you ever have the fantasy of just being famous? I guess even if it's not as a VTuber, just have you ever imagined like what you'd be like as a celebrity? Probably gonna be a bunch of like pain points, but it's fun to imagine that being somebody that other people will think is famous, Oh, you know what I would do as a celebrity is for one day. I would try my best to be first of all a celebrity who keeps their privacy, because that's really important to me. I would try my best to be kind to people though, because people get excited seeing celebrities and all that. So I would try my best to be nice, but also set boundaries. But for one day, if I was a super ultra mega rich celebrity, I would use my cash, my millions, and book out something like a restaurant or an entire mall. Really, really, really self-centered celebrity stuff. That's true. You don't need to live very lavishly. I don't think I will live lavishly, but it's always nice to have the safety net. And for like my birthday or something, I would spend more to book out a whole restaurant or shopping mall, and I would hire actors to be the staff, or the staff themselves if they want to, and I would brief everyone that okay, it's gonna be like an entertainment acting thing. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna act like a diva. I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna act like a Karen and say, "Do you know who I am? You're a peasant." You know, I would act as the meanest celebrity ever. Why wait? Because I don't want it to be real. I don't want to actually hurt people. I don't want to actually be mean or start an actual fight. But I would love to live the fantasy of being a pretend mean celebrity and being just really pompous and egotistical and having people like listen. No physical slapping, of course, but just stuff like, "Do you know who I am? I'm the richest mogul in all of the city," or but I'll do it and say, "Dennis, let me know." Okay, if you do it, means you have to pay a bunch of people to be actors and have them and brief them beforehand what you're gonna do, so you can act like the most narcissistic person in front of them, but they're getting paid, and they know that, and they know that you're not really hurting them. I think that'd be really fun. I need to think of more lines other than just "Do you know who I am?" That's the only one I know. Send me your best diva lines. I would train and hire people who needed money more. I think it'd be a good way to get those people who want to be actors, like a good starting role. Because they would just come in and they just have to pretend to be doing their normal job, right? And then just pretend to be like odd in my presence. Just pretend I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread. Has anyone ever heard the expression before? Am I too old? Yes, I just wanna have an ego trip for one day. Send me more lines. What would you say if you could be egotistical without actually hurting anybody or causing trouble? Because the only one I really know is "Do you know who I am?" I need more egotistical lines for that fantasy. I guess you shouldn't be too addicted to your caroling. No, I could never actually, because I'm too socially anxious. I'm really afraid of confrontation. This will be my one solo. Like if I was ultra super mega rich, this would be the one thing I would do. I don't think even every year. I think I just do it as a one-time thing for fun. I'm trying to think of more Karen lines. "Can I see your manager?" doesn't work because it's not supposed to be a Karen fantasy. It's gonna be like you're the best, most powerful celebrity in the world fantasy. And you can be a diva because you earned your place to be a diva. Like a Tenny Purge. Yeah, all the things that I would never do in real life. I want to give a whole monologue about I'm gonna pay one of the actors to be like my rival. Oh no, there's a bot. Don't worry, the mods will ban him. I wanna pay like a one person to be you know, in those movies there's the mean girl rival, but in the end you give a whole no Hermit, don't click that, they're banned. The bots will ban them. I don't know how to make sure they don't get through, but they get through. Don't click anything. Guys, it's a bot. It will lead you down a path of pain. But yes, I need one person to be my mean girl rival. And then oh no, I need them to be somebody who bullied me in high school or something. I wasn't bullied in high school. I didn't have any bullies. I'm fine. But I need somebody to pretend to be the high school bully, and then I'll come in, and they won't recognize. They'll pretend not to recognize me, and then the script will tell them that halfway through they know who I am. Thank you for the pat back, and then have this whole moment of realization that oh no, this is the person. Actually, thank you, Hermit. This is the person I treated badly in high school, and then I'll give a whole monologue speech or something, and then they'll be like, oh yes, you're so great. It's the ultimate power fantasy. Wait, what else? What other tropes can we do besides do you know who I am and the high school bully? One of them is gonna be a really uppity store person who thinks that you can't afford anything. Dance battle. Oh, it's gonna be like pretty woman, where the store clerk is like, you can't afford anything here. You should get out of here. And then the manager will come by and like, do you know who this is? What do you think you're doing? You're fired. Without anybody actually getting fired, of course. And then yes, a dance battle. Except I can't dance. So it's not gonna end well. I can't dance at all. Can I get somebody to dance on my behalf? It's just gonna be a bunch of like, oh, do you know who this person is? Now you know who this person is. That'd be so fun, right? And nobody would actually get hurt because they'll all be actors. I wanna. If I ever get rich, that's one thing I'm gonna do. A dancing stunt double. I don't think it'll be filmed, but yeah, it'd be funny. Just halfway through it cuts and you see Tenen replaced by somebody else, but you never see their face. And thank you for the pat black. And then if it's a shopping mall, there's an arcade for a dance battle. There's a shop for the whole. Do you know who I am? The restaurant will be the one where it's like, do you know who I am? Get me a good table. Then what else? You'll be in line. You'll be in a queue, and then somebody will cut ahead of me, and I'll turn to them. Wait, no, I've gotten it mixed up. Thank you for the pat. There'll be a queue, and someone will cut ahead of the queue, but I'll be in front. I'm gonna hear them complaining about wanting I don't know, a unicorn donut. I'm gonna turn to the cashier and I'll say, I want all your unicorn donuts, and I'm gonna give them to everyone except for the person who cut in line. I know who you are. This is why I'm petty. No, I'm a diva black. This is my true form. I'm a. I wonder, could you spend 24 hours in that mall just pretending to be a big diva and a big deal? I think it'd just be really funny. It'd just be fun, you know? So now all of you know my deepest, darkest desire and what I would do if I had like $1 billion. Donate to charity some. But of course, I want that diva fantasy. Black erase. Thank you. I'm gonna try. Oh, it sounds cringe in my head. But I'm gonna try to be cuter this year. I like being cute. Even though it's cringe. It is. I enjoy being cute. So this year I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and just be cute. And I don't care if people judge me for it. I don't care if it's cringe. I'm gonna try my best to be cute in 2026. Yes. Well, we've been talking for 2 hours straight. Black's really excited. I'll try my best, Black. I'll try my best to be cute. It's not gonna be easy. It's a big challenge. I'll try my best. Thank you, Black. Yeah, we've been going on for been going on for 2 hours now. I had a really fun time talking to everyone. I'm gonna go and try and edit more stuff for next week's. Oh, Black, stop it. I can't take it. Oh, okay, concentrate then. I'm gonna go edit more stuff. I didn't surprisingly I didn't need the coffee. I don't know if I should still drink it tonight. Maybe I will and I just won't sleep at all. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Tomorrow we're still streaming D&D. It's gonna be slightly earlier. Please take note of the time. I think it's maybe is it an hour earlier than the usual streaming time or 2 hours? I don't know what I put. I will have to check that out. Have to go check it out. I have a good plan what we're gonna do for D&D tomorrow. I'm gonna aim to stream for about 3 hours and we'll just see what happens then. Yes, so I'm gonna go do that bunch of stuff. Those of you who need to sleep, please go and sleep. Thank you for the pat. As always, thank you so much for listening to me this stream. I talked a whole bunch of stuff. Nearly cried. And thank you everybody for being here. I'm gonna go. Wait, I need to raid. I nearly forgot. I need to raid people and then I will go. Let's see. Who do I raid? It's loading really slowly. The apocalypse. Internet is not good. Oh no, I didn't see what happened. I've tabbed out. I don't know what's happening. Let's see. Nope, that's R18. It's not gonna rate that. No shame to R18 people. Not a lot of VTubers. Oh, GT Live is on. But I won't rate them because they already have a lot of people. Someone's hosting a donathon. Oh, a lot of people's birthdays are today. Again, happy birthday, Black. Trying to find good stream that we can all hop into. We've rated them before. Oops, wait, what happened? I can hear sounds of something happening, but I'm tabbed out. I'm looking at the channels to raid. I'm sorry if I'm missing stuff. There's too many good people today. There's too many people. I'm gonna look for people who don't have a lot of views in their chat. So it'll be nice to just send a few people over to them. It's giving me 2 results. Let's rate this one. She's not a VTuber. She's a live. Oops. Oh, it's gone. It's scuffed. Why is it so scuffed? I saw somebody I wanted to raid and then they disappeared. I'm gonna have to keep scrolling again to try and find them. Did they turn off the stream? Is that why I can't see them anymore? This is weird. I can't find people to raid. Everyone's Hang on. Bear with me, chat. I know this is the longest part of the stream where I'm trying to find somebody to raid. And Twitch is being really slow today. Okay, I found them again. Someone called Becky B. She's just chatting and she's an IRL streamer, I think. And it looks friendly. Let me just tune in a little bit to what she might be saying. Oh, so slow. The post-apocalyptic Wi-Fi is not good. Okay, I can't see her stream. I'm gonna take a shot in the dark.
Smaller nose, bigger lips filters, you know, the ones that are discreet enough that people can believe it's not a filter? No.
Okay, I'm gonna send some people to here. I think it'll be fine. I don't know. I hope they're a good streamer. I hope they're nice. Thank you everybody for spending time with 10A. Thank you for spending the whole of last year with me. And let's look forward to 2026 and everything we can do. Bye bye everyone. The lag is lagging. Yeah, there we go. Bye bye everybody. It's really nice talking to all of you.